All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Chris Sajnog here, and my neighbor Matt. So
Hello.
if you haven't joined us, I feel so far away.
You are.
So far away. we can.
What?
Bam!
What happened? That's pretty cool.
We're too close to each other. But hey, guys, I wanted to just do a quick hangout with you and tell you what's going on with the website. You're all followers, and that is awesome. You're part of the New Rules team, and I very much appreciate it. If you have been to the website, say over the last month, you may have noticed that everything is not working as I planned for it to work. But we are moving in the right direction. When it's all done, it's going to be awesome. Obviously, I want that done as much and as fast as you want it done. But that's just not what's happening. But we are going to take care of it. I am told, although I've been told this a couple times, by Monday, everything's going to be smooth. We're going to be smooth sailing. Everybody's going to be able to log in, and it's going to be unicorns and butterflies for everybody. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So if you can hang in there just a little bit longer, I appreciate it. So anyways, check out the chat roll, and on the side here, I'm gonna show Matt how to do that. As helpful as neighbor Matt is,
This is all new territory.
I'll just tell you, he's not the most computer
Illiterate savvy.
No, you are computer illiterate.
Oh yeah, illiterate. Yeah,
You mean literate.
literate. Yeah.
Literate. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, illiterate.
All right. So anyways, if you have questions, go ahead and ask them. And Matt is going to be checking in with you. Go ahead and. All right, cool. So a lot of people are checking in here. So that's awesome. There it is. Boom. All right.
Wow.
There you go.
All right.
Chat away, homeboy. All right. So we've got some wine here because after the last month of this website debacle, trust me, it's been driving me batty. Has it been driving me batty? Crazy.
Very much so.
I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to make it right.
Streaming. Can I tell?
Yeah, I just paused it, so don't worry about that there. Just do the chat. Anyway, so he's going to be looking for some questions you got there. I'd love to answer some about the website. My plan was I bought this high-speed, and if there's any web people out there, it's called Wirecast, and you can do video from multiple sources, right? So we can be like it, like bam, okay? What's up with that? New camera and all kinds of stuff, different audio. I can interject video. I can do all kinds of cool stuff. I tested it last night. Didn't I?
He did.
Didn't I?
He did.
It worked.
He was streaming it to me on the freeway as I was driving home. It was working.
90 minutes ago, I send out the email. You're going to hang out with me live. I came into the studio, said, hook it back up. And that's why I was 2 minutes late, because we were going, okay, it's not working. And finally I'm like, okay, well, we gotta get live. So
people want to know where you got your shirt, your Namaste shirt.
Oh yeah,
it's a pretty cool shirt.
It is a cool shirt. Here, let's I gotta hook Matt up here, guys. Hold on.
What?
There we go. So, sorry about this. Sorry about that. And that one? Yeah, there it is.
There you are.
Okay. All right. So now you can see. So this is like an education in
my education.
Yeah, you're getting to see that. Hey, for members who have done these Hangouts with, see, now there's two cameras. I need to hide there. Who have done Hangouts with us before for almost a year now, coming up on a year anniversary. Pretty awesome. We got new cameras, 2 cameras, so now I got to learn how to talk to, which one to talk to. Okay, so the shirt. Got to answer the questions. So namaste, awesome shirt. So this is from my boys over at Article 15 Clothing. And I call them my boys, but they really didn't hook me up at all. I always like when people hook me up, but they didn't. In fact, I tried ordering these things. It took me about 4 months to order this shirt. I think they had the same website guy work on their website because it wasn't working.
We're under the same cloud.
I'm like, I want to give you my money, please. And they're like, nope, and not gonna happen.
Wow.
Anyway, super cool shirt. If you can actually read stuff now, which is awesome with the new cameras. So peace through superior firepower. I'm actually gonna get some shirts made like this myself. Cool. Man, I wish there's a way I could stream. So I had it all set up where that one. Okay.
That one. All right.
So I had it all set up to for the website. I was going to review the website. One day something's going to work. I thought that was last night when I tested it. I was like, oh, something worked. That's awesome.
Yep. I thought with the
Cubbies
winning.
Good, yeah.
With the Cubbies winning, I thought, wow, it's a new day. Things are going to start working.
We're close. We're close. We're close. All right, so I had it set up. I was going to review the website, go through that, let you see it, see how awesome it is, because there are a lot of differences. Obviously, the one thing people were asking was, hey, on the old website, you had hundreds of videos all over the place. Where are they? Well, now, of course, I thought I was making it better and more organized, which it is, I think, once you figure it out.
Right.
But now they're kind of broken up into different modules, and they're some of them are called courses. Some of them are, if you click on the top in the members area on the library, there's a whole list of them there. And of course, once the website debacle is figured out, which is going to be Monday, I'm going to be right back here filming new videos too. So a lot more coming with that.
Yay.
Man, I was going to show you and tell them what else I was going to show them. And this is unprecedented. And hopefully my producer, Triple Horse, is not watching this because this is not authorized at all.
It's the new show. It's the new Navy SEAL show, and it is unbelievably good.
I was going to show you. I was going to show you the trailer for Fire Team 6.
Right.
And it's awesome. We're gonna have to do another one.
Yeah.
We'll do another one of these because I got to fix everything.
Exactly.
But so we'll do another one. I'll show you that, and I will, guys. I'm gonna deal with the producer of the show, because I'll tell you what. How about this? If you know anybody at the Outdoor Channel, ask them why. And if you're on here, why are you sitting on your heels on this one?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
It really is.
Everybody at the network said it's a no-brainer. Oh, it's a no-brainer. Chris, it's a no-brainer. Carl, it's a no-brainer. Everybody, no-brainer. So and for those of you that don't know, it's the first of its genre. It's action education. So each episode is based on a SEAL mission, and during the action sequences, the producers do an amazing job of cutting away from the action into me teaching essentially how were we able to make that shot, or how do we practice and how do we do these things. So not only, it's not just me standing there going, okay guys, this is how you hold a gun,
right?
Because I did that for the course that I'm got coming up. It's good, you're going to learn a lot from it, but you guys know I keep everything as short as possible, but still it's me standing there just showing you, which has to be done, but seeing it in action, it's really cool. So we're going to do that in the next, I don't know, I'm going to say a week. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give us, me and my computer a week to set that up. I'm going to do it for everybody, another free hangout. And during that, hopefully Triple Horse Studios producer does not watch this and know it's coming.
Right.
Chris, legally, you are not authorized to show that video.
You're gonna hear from their lawyers first.
No, he's cool. But you know who we need to get that to? Like I said, Outdoor Channel.
Yeah.
It was supposed to air this year.
Green lighted.
They bumped it to next year, and then they're like, yeah, maybe the year after.
No.
Like, no. I said I'd do it on YouTube. Because YouTube, they have like whole shows now, like YouTube and Amazon.
There you go.
All right, we got any questions in here? I'll try to think of something about the website.
No, just everybody telling you how wonderful the video is.
Those are people that have seen the Hangouts, because I didn't know. I thought those web cameras. Am I still over here? Let me help out my shipmate here. Ooh. There we go. So I assume those little web cameras, like we have one right here, which is acting as our microphone. So you've got your FaceTime camera on the laptop. Most people use that. If you upgrade, you figure, well, you upgrade to the web camera, the high speed one they use for conferences and stuff like that. Not so. Not if you want focus and you want
focus,
you want the color to be normal, like a person.
Would be able
to are those things. People on there?
Right.
Anyways, thank you. I'm glad you noticed. Oh, thank you for noticing. But yeah, it's so much better. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Oh, but I'm just so bummed that we didn't get the other setup going. We'll get it going.
Yeah.
All right, I'm over here.
Can you switch it?
No. We were there for so long.
We were.
Jeez.
Just let me know. Somebody wants to know what it says by what you mean by says aim small, miss small.
That's what it is all about. That's a great question. I think somebody did you plant that question in there?
I did not. Right there.
Oh, I see it. You can shout out some names too, or whoever they are, just so we know.
I think it was Angel.
Well, an angel from above. I like it. So, what does aim small, miss small mean? Going to the new rules of marksmanship, which is a system for learning that I developed, and based on my now 25 years of teaching and running the sniper course for the SEALs, and then all the research I did after I retired about neuroscience, how the brain works, how you actually learn any new skill. So without going into one of my tirades where I go, he's reviewing the past Hangouts and cutting out like the bad parts and time stamping everything.
There's no bad parts. Yeah.
Well, he's like, so you started answering a question and 14 minutes later you said, that's a stupid question, I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'll try not to do that right now. What was the question? Oh, aim small, miss small. So I started veering way off path, not way off, but
everybody pack a lunch. Okay.
New rules of marksmanship. So one of the rules is focus. So with focus, why do I teach meditation, training the mind, visualization? That is all about focusing the mind. Being able, the more you can focus anything, the stronger it's going to be. If I have the power of the sun here and I'm all warm, I'm like, oh, it's so nice and warm here, neighbor Matt. Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
But then what if I get a magnifying glass and I'm like, oh, look, ants. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Hopefully my kid shouldn't hear that. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? If I want to focus that power, the power's there. All I'm doing is focusing it to a smaller point. That is the overall meaning of aim small, miss small. But when it comes just to general shooting, if, say for instance, I'm shooting, I'm sorry.
Don't shoot me again.
I always shoot neighbor Matt, but I use my finger. These are for sale too on the website. I sell fake guns.
Oh, it's on sale.
Finger guns. Okay, so say it's not even a good example, but if I want to shoot him in the center of the chest, okay, hopefully he has something distinctive on his chest, like a button-down shirt. If I can see one of those buttons on his shirt, that's where I'm going to aim. I'm going to aim at that button because inherently there's going to be a margin of error no matter what. No matter how fast you're shooting, how far you're shooting, there's always a margin of error. The type of gun you have, everything deviates out. So the smaller I can aim, now my margin of error is now going from that button moving out. If I were to aim at his chest, which is what most people do, just point in the general area, well, now my margin. This is my first class and I'm not even done. Now my margin of error starts deviating from the chest.
Right.
And that's what it is. The smaller you can focus, the more accurate you're going to be. And that's a great question. That almost sums up everything I teach.
Pretty much, yeah. It's all about
there you go. You're welcome.
All right.
So you can turn it off now. Nothing else to see here, kids.
Okay. Are you ever going to teach shooting? It keeps moving. Teach shooting classes at the range across the country?
So when I first retired, I started doing what I did best, teaching people at ranges. Go to the range, shoot. The problem with that, the problem I discovered through my research and how you learn and education and contact time with students. Here's what I want you to think about. So many people, understandably, will argue and say, how can learning online possibly be better than learning? Am I still on this camera? Yep. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna figure out a way to do this. How can it be better than actually being at a course? When I'm training somebody online, you can watch over and over, and you can have direct contact with me. I do video coaching, live feedback. If you've been to a live course, think about how long, like if you were to start and stop your stopwatch, how much contact time does the instructor, even me, don't think for a second, please, that I'm saying, oh, the other instructors are bad. I did it for 20 years. All right. Okay. So even me, who I'm awesome, but no matter who it is, you can only have so much contact time.
Right.
Now you can do one-on-one training, and I do that. I offer that. But even with one-on-one training, if you want to see it again, you're paying again.
Right.
Whether it's one-on-one or whether it's a course, but just think about how long that contact time is with you and the instructor. How many times were you pulling the trigger or working on a reload or magazine change, you know, anything, clearing malfunctions? How many times when you practice that at the range was the instructor able to watch you and correct you immediately? Because guess what? That is rule number 7 for the new rules of marksmanship, is constant feedback. And it is so important. If you don't have constant feedback, you're not just not getting better, you're getting worse. And you really need to understand that. And please just think about it. If you're used to the old way of learning really anything, like, oh, if I just practice, I'll get better. If I practice, I'll get better. Everybody knows the saying that practice doesn't make perfect, right? Perfect practice makes perfect. And other people add other stuff on top of that for their own saying, whatever. But the point being is, if you're practicing wrong, you're heading in the wrong direction. So that's why you need constant feedback. So if you're at a shooting course and you're shooting, oh, did I do that right? No, is anybody watching me? No, nobody's watching me. I guess I'm doing it right. I don't know. By the way, if this is your first time hanging out with me, just so you know, the way I answered that question is the way I answer every question.
Pretty much.
I haven't even answered it yet.
It's in there.
So here it comes. You can hire me to come run a course.
Yes.
You can go to my website. There's a place you'll find where to do that. So yes, I do that. It's going to cost you. I'm not going to lie to you. Number one, I retired to get off the range to spend time with my family. So guess what? Price?
Yeah.
And number two, I'm awesome.
I think we've established that.
Did you say that?
I've said it.
Okay.
What do you think the value of using an airsoft gun is?
You mean
That
these airsoft guns?
it's valuable.
Oh, I was going to say something else about live training, I thought. Oh, I know what it was. You left me hanging. That's what I was going to say. By the way, neighbor Matt tried opening a bottle of wine, and you can't. You could almost see that.
Yeah.
This video is so much better.
There's a cork.
There's a cork inside there. Neighbor Matt. All right, switch cameras.
Yeah.
All right, let's switch it up a little bit.
Ooh.
Little different color. I do know I can change the settings once that program works. Actually, I could change the settings on the camera too.
There you go.
All right, so anyways, I forgot about the last question. I know I was going to say something. I'll think about it probably at about hour number 2, since we're planning on half an hour. So you'll see behind me, I have 2 airsoft weapons. Oh! Now, I'll tell you a story first about my first experience with a real training airsoft firearm. Oh, I shouldn't have that in front of my face, should I? Yeah. Put that right here as we talk about it. By the way, this segment of this live hangout is brought to you by my friends at EVIC, who are my partners, and they hook me up with all my airsoft training guns. So they're awesome. Make sure anything you need as far as as far as airsoft stuff goes, check them out. Okay, gotta plug them. Gotta plug the partners.
Right.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, so I was at a gun show here in San Diego, and I saw this sign. It said airsoft. I was like, I heard they were getting better and stuff like that. So they had one of those displays set up where it was like, there's this gun sitting right here, not with the orange tip. I would have given it away from you.
Yeah.
You can see where this story's going. So the guy wasn't around or whatever, so I picked this thing up, And I'm like, pretty cool. Yeah, nice. Nice. Nice real firearm, but
right.
So the guy walks up and I said, hey, you got any airsoft guns? He's like, you were just holding one.
It looks and feels exactly like a
now. I know if you check some of my YouTube videos, there's a lot of people who are like, who's this guy? I really am a Navy SEAL, okay? And I really didn't inspect the thing, but neighbor Matt's looking at it. Neighbor Matt, if you don't know, full hardcore Marine, okay? Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
But he's, without that orange tip, and you pick that up and you look at it, feel it, is that a real gun? Like, is there
wouldn't be a doubt in my mind that that would be a real one. Aside from the orange tip, that is.
Like, I'm looking at it right now. I can tell this magazine isn't real.
The weight on it is spot on.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally nothing.
Yeah, the fire safety selection
anyways,
switch.
and you can set these magazines to fire 30 rounds. So you have to reload. So you're not just like, oh, whoa. They operate the same. You can put all your optics and accoutrements on there, however you want. So with this, let me just say, because this is a hot topic. I am a huge proponent of airsoft. Huge. I've not reached the point yet where I've said airsoft is better than live fire, but I'll tell you what, I'm close. And here's why. The number one argument, it's not even an argument I get from people, but it's just like, oh, how can you say airsoft is better? It's not live fire. Okay. How can I say it's better? So like I said, it's not really an argument because I've asked like, okay, let's tit for tat, which is better. So if you're to say live fire is better, practicing live fire is inherently better than airsoft. You're saying that standing on a range at a preset distance where I can only fire my weapon or face in one direction, usually maybe you got like 70 degrees if you're lucky. You got 90 degrees if you're on a military range or something. Okay. And there's like 3 ranges in the country where you can shoot 360. And there's probably not too many people here who have been to those ranges. So you're standing on a line with other people firing in one direction. You're shooting probably at a paper target that doesn't shoot back at you.
That's right.
It doesn't move. You probably can't move. Most of the ranges you go to, you can't even draw your pistol and practice that from a holster.
Right.
You can't do anything except pick a gun up off the bench and fire it. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, it's so much better than airsoft. Okay? I just pointed that at myself, guys. Okay, I'm a minute. Okay, don't call me out. Don't be like, hey, did you guys see at 34 minutes into the hangout, he pointed that fake gun at himself. Anyways, this is my Glock replica, which I don't think legally you can say Glock, but it's in the same shape.
Looks like
but I mean, check that out.
It's like a Glock to me.
Without the orange tip, this is actually, it's a little bit thinner than the Glock. The grip is a little bit thinner, but it works like a Glock. It
feels like a Glock.
Feels like a Glock. Pretty much everything's different. So anyways, I can take this because I have something real. We'll just say I have one of these. I have several of these around my house. But I can take my real gun out. I can put this in. By the way, how close is a real firearm right now?
A real one? Pretty close.
Yeah. I just installed one like a month or so ago. It's so awesome. Anyways, I can take my real one out, put this one in that spot, and then I can start running, which something that is so important, situational drills, just walkthroughs. If you're somebody who has a gun for home defense and your thing is like, oh, I put it under the pillow, don't put it on your pillow, but wherever you have it, it's under your bed,
right?
Okay, or whatever. It's under my bed. I feel safe. You've gone to the range. You've learned how to safely discharge your weapon. The very next thing you need to start practicing is situational training. Okay? You can't do that with live fire. You can do it with this. You can also, guess what, folks?
Blue gun.
We have just switched to my new sponsor, Blue Guns. Hey-o.
Nice.
So this portion of this discussion is brought to you by Ring Blue Guns. All right. So anyways, this is definitely the first thing you should start off with. Put this in wherever that spot is. If you think you're going to roll out of bed and be like Rambo around your house, at least practice it.
Yeah.
Right? At least put this thing there, roll out of bed and grab it. If it's locked up, practice, grab it. Then what are you going to do? Well, if you have kids, hopefully you do walkthroughs with your kids. And I've talked about this on our team hangouts a couple times. Same as a fire drill. Okay, and if they're young kids, don't say anything like, kids, we're about to get killed.
Right.
Make it a game. If they're young, make it a game. And it's like we did the monster game.
Right.
So hey, let's play monsters. Okay, so if mommy or daddy yells the monsters are here, we're all going to run into wherever that is, have a safe room. And a safe room doesn't need to be a vault like in the movie or anything. It needs to be just a pre-planned place. Just like in a fire drill, you have a pre-planned place where everybody's going to meet. The people that do fire drills, the kids that have done that 1 or 2 times, they're not the kids that the firefighters find in the closet.
That's right.
Okay. So if you have kids, please, this is my biggest, what is it? Cause or kids safety with guns.
I think you're the biggest champion for it.
Champion.
Yeah.
I am the champion. Anyways, so good. That's a good word. I'm a huge champion.
Yes.
I'm like for firearms and kids, even just kids safety in general. Okay, if you have kids, they're the best thing in your life. So treat them like that. Okay. All right. Enough about that. Back to Ring Blue Guns. So put this somewhere you can practice. Boom! I roll out of bed and now I'm Rambo. Okay. Did it work for you? Was it smooth? Were you like, oh, maybe I need to move this, maybe I need to do something else? But practice it. If you just walk through a couple times, there's been so many times I have heard from people who have thought they bought a gun, they went to the range, they put it wherever. Somebody breaks into their house, or some of them, they thought somebody was breaking in or whatever.
Right.
What do? They wake up, they're like, oh, they walk past their gun, and they go grab a bat or whatever happens to come to mind. Why? Because they never even did a single walkthrough with a blue gun or with an airsoft gun. Right. You can do it with a real gun, sure. You can unload it, of course, check it like 375 times, and then practice it. But you can't practice actually shooting. You can't set up targets in your house and shoot it. And hold on. Sorry, I was off camera there for a second.
Did you miss him?
So let's talk about, since we're talking about, by the way, are we still here?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. This portion of the show has just changed. Sponsors.
Sponsors.
All right. So this, as most of you probably know, this is now sponsored by cert, next level training, okay? If you have a Glock, if Glock is your chosen pistol, and it should be, if it's not,
You should rethink
just
it.
close your computer up right now. Go think about it. Anyways, I'm just kidding, okay? But I like Glock. People ask me like all the time, hey, what gun do you recommend? Have you seen me train at all?
No clue. Yeah.
Here's the best thing about the Glock. I retired, I started using Glock. What did all of the Navy SEALs, my brothers, do like last year? They all switched to Glock. Why? They saw me doing it. They saw a video. They're like, yeah, he's retired, but he's using Glock now. We should probably all change. That's a joke. If you're new here, I make really bad jokes, okay? Like 3 of you are going to laugh at that. So thank you. Thank you, 3. So you can do the same thing. You can set up targets with Airsoft. You can set up targets with a laser gun. So if you have a cert, great. If you have a Glock, if you don't use a Glock, don't get a cert. Okay? There's other things you can do. You can buy cartridges to just drop in whatever your firearm is. Okay? But I know you use Glocks anyway, so get a cert. Tell them I sent you. But that was how long? That was a really long answer for. Hey, what do you think of Airsoft?
That's right. It's an invaluable.
I even, you know what I just realized? I only got to one of the reasons why Airsoft is better than live fire, and that was like half an hour ago when I started that.
Yes.
Matt's here to control me, and
There's
he
no
usually
control.
he's like, where is he going? Hold on. Boom. What? I got to run the cameras, I guess.
Jeez.
I'm over here now.
So what's another good reason to use Airsoft?
There are, well, let me do some Coast Guard bashing. I haven't done that in a while.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Ooh, dogger. Let me just jump back because I worked for Homeland Security. I trained the Coast Guard's specialized forces. And one of the things I had the privilege of doing was they wanted to review their Simunition manual. So they wanted to look at their manual and make sure that how they were training with Simunition, which if you don't know are little paintball things that you can use pretty much in a real gun, a little modified real firearm. Great training tool. But I wrote up a point paper. It was like 5 pages, and it was a whole thing about the benefits of Airsoft. So why do I bring this up? Well, because you asked what the other ones were. So there's literally up in this noggin a whole list of them. So back to the bashing. So I post this on this site they had. It was like a working group website where people could post different things. I was the only person in the whole Coast Guard attached to this group. I think there was like 20 people, trainers, and mostly just like high-ranking people, right? Who they're like, oh, I'm high-ranking. I know better. But I was the only. That was the only thing posted as anything on there, and I got one comment from one person who apparently looked at it or saw the title of it, and he replied back, "Airsoft are toys." Now, that's fine if you didn't understand that I'm a master training specialist. So in the Navy, I went through 2 years of training in curriculum development and outlining things, all this stuff. It's a 6-month process just to get your checkoffs done to get this. I'm the guy that wrote that, okay? So I didn't just say, hey, these are good. These are cool, check them out. And one of the first things I said in my opening was, hey, these are not the toys that we had as kids.
That's right.
Because I had an Airsoft as kids, and they're like, zick, zick.
You're right.
Zick. Right? So one comment, they're like, you know, they don't want to change. They just want to say like they're changing, but they're never going to change. And you know, and obviously one thing is, hey, with training with Airsoft,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to throw out a statistic here, but I'm just making it up. I've never heard of anybody getting killed with Airsoft.
I haven't either.
I've seen 4 videos of people training with Simunition who were killed.
Wow.
So, like, there is no way for me to put a live bullet in this gun and for it to go bang. Okay. With Simunition, there's these cross-pollination things because you're using a real firearm, and that's happened. I know of 4 times, and and it's been on film that I've seen.
So it's probably happened more than 4.
Oh, I would guarantee it. Probably somebody from Simunition is watching right now, going like, "Oh no, he's not. We're not sponsoring him." Anyways, so with that safety thing, of course, the Coast Guard, when it comes to firearms, the most unsafe group you could ever imagine. And that's just another one of those things that's like, dudes, think about safety at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's the closest thing to real live fire that you can get without actual live fire.
Yeah.
So situational.
Oh, I didn't even get to my reason.
All that. Yeah.
I didn't even get to my reasons.
Oh,
I did it again. Did it again.
It's my polite way of steering you back in there. All right.
All right, I'm on this. So I'm going to give you another reason. It's going to save you tons of money. All right?
Big time.
Even if we're talking, so a box of 50 bull yachts, what's that going to run you? $20. I mean, we say average.
Okay.
For just somebody, yeah, if you're a prepper, you're going to be getting it a little cheaper. You're going to be getting
bulk.
Like, so you get cheaper. So we'll just say $20, okay? A single round of an Airsoft pellet that you can reuse. When I looked I think when I did that paper, I looked and it was like 0.03 cents or something like that. And you can reuse them. Wow. You can't reuse them too long, and it depends on what they hit.
Yeah.
But if you have a target set up, like a bullet catcher,
mm-hmm.
Like I have a little, I don't even know if you've seen it, but I have a little 22 bullet catcher that I use, and I hang a target on it so it catches the round, but when it's got a backing, so when it hits, boom, it doesn't like dent or damage the round and goes in. So you can reuse them and stuff for a while. So, but what that means is I can work on all this stuff, book off, safe, bang.
Right.
That cost me 0.03 cents.
Every time.
Let's talk differences. I didn't have to wear ear pro.
Right.
All right. So it's not as loud. And yeah, that is something to take into consideration. So that's one of the reasons I have not out and out said Airsoft is better than live fire. Okay. Because you do need to shoot your real gun, obviously.
Right.
Okay. But so I don't have to do that. I can do it anywhere. I can train with this thing. So another reason it's better, I can train with this almost anywhere. I'm in the studio right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a firing range, okay?
Right.
If I shot a real gun in the studio, I'd get in trouble. Like my neighbors would be pissed. Okay, so I can't do that. So you can train anywhere. It's cheaper. And if you can train anywhere, if you can train at home, you're going to train more.
Yeah.
I
think one of the things I enjoy the most at the end of the day Airsoft, I don't have to clean a real firearm.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't have to sit there and scrub that sucker down and redo it. It's money well spent.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let neighbor Matt here just kind of look through the chat roll there. Thank you everybody for chiming in. It's awesome. I'm just gonna give you an overview. So we've talked about a lot of different training systems here. So you have, first off, a blue gun. Now this is, I'm going to tell you, I trained my kids this way. I trained, if you look online, you'll find I trained a Union Tribune reporter who had never fired a gun before this way. And I highly recommend, whether you've never shot a gun before and you're just learning, whether you're, unless you're like a Navy SEAL, unless you're super comfortable with a gun, like you've been shooting your life, you probably don't need to go through these steps. But if you have kids, if you're ever teaching somebody else, or if you're learning yourself for the first time, please go through these steps. Buy a blue gun, okay? Buy a laser gun, buy an airsoft gun, okay? Which, by the way, I could buy all three of these guns and practice with them and then realize, you know what? I don't really like that gun.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't fit my hand or whatever. Like imagine, so a lot of people write me and they're, oh, Chris, I don't know what gun to buy. And I say, buy Glock. But then they're like, oh, what do you think about this gun? What do you think about that gun? And I say, well, go shoot it and try it. Or this blue gun, I don't know what it costs. It costs less than a real gun.
Fair enough.
Okay? Yeah. So we know that. We've established that. So buy the blue gun version of it and practice with it. Oh, do I like that? If I got a holstered, you know, how does that fit? Does that work for me? How am I planning on carrying this gun? And you may get this and then realize, you know what? I don't like this thing, and buy another one. Okay? Probably don't, I wouldn't say do that, but don't just buy a gun and get it and go, oh, it doesn't fit my hand. Guess I got to buy another one. Unless you're rich. I mean, I guess you can do that. But okay, so train with this. Why should you start off training with a blue gun? And it all goes back to the new rules of marksmanship and how one of the main things you need to do when you're learning is control stress. So let's look at the opposite end of this training discussion. And let's say there's not an orange tip on this. It's a real gun. We're at the range. I've never shot a gun before, but I want to protect myself and my family. God bless you. You should do that. Okay? You don't know how to hold it. You don't know how to stand. You don't know how to line up the sights. You don't know anything about this, and that scares you. Okay? It would scare me. It would scare neighbor Matt. If you don't know anything about it, it's going to scare you. So what do? You point this in the general direction of the target, and you pull the trigger, and it makes this loud noise that scares you. It jumps out of your hand because you don't know how to hold it. And you watch those videos of people shooting, and the gun literally jumps out of their hand. But it's, even if it doesn't fly out of your hands, it's some version of that. It's some version of not doing it right. And that is the way most people learn to shoot a gun. And now you spend the rest of your life trying to control an explosion in your hands that scares you. All right, so that's the old way. The new way is buy a piece of plastic. Okay? Explosion in your hands that scares you. All right, so that's the old way. The new way is buy a piece of plastic.
Oh, what did I do?
All right, so that's the old way. The new way is
Sorry, folks.
What did I do?
Now we're in a continual loop. Where did you even do that? I have no idea.
What did I do?
Now we're in a continual loop. Make it stop, Chris. Make it stop.
Hey-o.
I'm gonna stop touching stuff.
I was looking. I don't know if you.
I was trying to read the questions.
You can go back and review, but you'll see my eyes darting over because
Yeah.
he was adjusting window.
I was trying to scroll
windows,
down for
and I
the
was like, oh, no.
for the
Oh, no.
questions, and I was reading the questions. But when I scrolled down, it went to this other thing, and it shot all the questions up off the top of the screen.
Oh,
And
good
there's
job.
no way to get them back down.
It's called scrolling.
I tried scrolling, and it didn't work. So I don't even know how to get the questions back
What
up.
camera are we on?
That one.
It's about time for a switch, just so you know. Can you switch it? Boom! All right. So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
So rude.
Neighbor Matt. Okay, so the one way is the way everybody's learned their whole life from when Grandpa took them out back and said, "Come here, son."
That's right.
I lived in the suburbs of
Where did you grow
Of
up?
Wisconsin. So that didn't happen with me. My grandfather was a hunter. He was pretty awesome dude. But anyways, so the other way, the opposite way of doing that is to buy yourself one of these. Okay, nobody is scared of this.
No.
Nobody, not even neighbor Matt.
Not even me.
Okay, because he was a Marine, and you know about Marines being scared. My father-in-law's a Marine, so I get in trouble. All right, hoo-up. All right, so buy one of these. Learn how to just be comfortable moving it around. Look, I can do this, and I'm not pointing at anybody. I'm not pointing at myself. Like, move around different people, and that's a good thing to do just with other people when you want to start learning how to move around with other people around. Is have glue gun because you're comfortable with it, and if you're comfortable, you're not worried about no. And when you're like that, you get this narrow focus.
Right.
So let me do what I like best and jump off topic, okay? Because I talk about focus so much. One of the things I hear a lot, and I see on YouTube comments especially, because people that see my videos but aren't part of the team, you know, they're not a member and see all the additional training. So they see the thing about focus. Like probably one of my most popular videos is teaching people how to focus on the front sight.
Yes.
All right. So a lot of comments on that video are like, well, Chris, yeah, that's great focusing, but if I'm focusing on the front sight, I can't see everything else. Right? And it makes sense. Right? Makes sense to me. But here's the thing. Your ability to survive a violent encounter, any violent encounter, whether it be with a firearm, a knife, fisticuffs, okay? Fisticuffs?
You really don't fight like that, do you?
Whatever it is, almost not even any violent encounter, anything in life, your ability not just to focus, but to shift focus on whatever is most important at that point in time in space.
Yes.
Okay? So what does that mean? All right, and I'm giving
gold.
You're probably not even going to need to sign up as a member now after I tell you this, right? Okay? I come into a room, kick in the door, boom, I'm ready to, do my thing. My focus is not here. It's here. This is focus. Okay, focus can be here. It doesn't always have to be here, but it's here. This is almost, think about it like situational awareness.
Exactly.
Situational awareness, got it. And now, the next focus is going to be threat detection. So I see movement out of the corner of my eye. Focus just got like this. Okay, it's not pinpoint. It's not here. but it's also not here. It's here. And I'm assessing that. Now, if that requires greater attention and I need to deliver exceptional customer service to that threat.
One round at a time.
Yes, yes. Now is when, whatever happened, I draw my gun, now my whole world is right there. Okay? So quickly, zoop, my whole world's right there. Pinpoint focus, deliver that customer service that they so enjoy, that they asked for.
They're wanting it.
They requested
They
it.
need it.
Yes. Okay. Give that to them.
Don't deny them.
And then back it up. Okay. Back it up to threat detection. That next level. Okay. Is it eliminated?
That's right.
If it is, back it out to here. What else is going on? Are there other threats?
Move on.
And it's doing that. It's doing that. That movement.
So
Where's my focus? Is it
from-
wide focus? Is it narrow focus?
Right.
So it's not always right here. And the second point of that is that if I'm gonna, sorry, I always gotta shoot neighbor Matt. If I'm gonna shoot neighbor
Used to
Matt
it.
here, guess what? I don't need to focus on my front sight.
Pretty much no.
Okay. So when I talk about focusing on the front sight, I'm talking about a distance that requires proper sight alignment. Okay. So we're talking about, it depends on time and distance, but whatever that is for you, that platform that you're using,
All right.
and how much practice you have, the distance, the time you have to engage that target, that all comes into play. But if you need to make an accurate shot, so it could be a longer shot that you have more time to shoot, right? You're like, you can see somebody and you're like, okay, yep, line them up. You know, that could be one thing, but depending on the distance is going to be depending on how much you need to do that. Now, if every time I practice shooting, I practice on focusing quickly on the front sight. So like I have, nope, no, that one. So I sell, it's called a front sight focus string. Amazing tool to just teach your eyes to be able to shift focus. People getting great results with that. But the same thing, if you are always practicing that way, if you're always practicing for what's the hardest way, what's to shoot, not the easiest way, not like shooting from the hip,
Right.
like that's okay, anybody can do that, but practice the hard way, getting every time I press out crystal clear front sight. Even if you don't need to do that, all the movements that you do are going to bring you towards that perfect point.
Right.
And then now your eyes are regulating how much focus you need to use on that front sight.
Right.
But if you don't practice it, you won't be able to do it. And people can argue it, and I get it, it makes sense. But if you look at just any time you want, go on the old Google and search in like police shooting statistics, whatever, and you will see a variance between somewhere between 75 and 95% of shots fired by police officers who are trained in shooting,
Right.
supposedly, they miss their intended target. So you can argue all you want that, oh, I'll be able to do it, or okay, yeah, maybe you will. I know you've been at the range and you can shoot from the hip and hit your target. But when somebody's pointing a gun at you,
High stress situation.
that's why watch these videos and you see police officers going like this and shooting. And God bless you guys. We've got a ton on the team, but you know more than anybody else the truth. You don't get enough training. But the training can come down to just this situational training and just walking through and experiencing it. Experiencing what it's like to point your gun at somebody and pull the trigger. Because if you've never done it before, guess what? You're going to be like, I've never done this before. What's going on?
And if there's more than one person the very first time, you might be
Yeah.
done with
But
the first
that's
guy.
why the statistics are what they are. Not because they don't go to the range and point at a paper target and qualify once a year.
Right.
It's because they've never pointed their gun at a person,
Right.
maybe a person that's moving, a person that's pointing their gun back at them,
Shooting at
and
them.
pulled a trigger. I'm sure people are probably going to be arguing right now, well, that's not, it's different doing this, pointing this.
Right.
Guess what? In your neural pathway,
Right.
it's not. Okay.
Exactly.
I understand how you're like, oh, no, it's totally different. The way your brain works and your neural pathway is the movement. For instance, I'm standing here and we'll turn the tables. Neighbor Matt pulls a gun on me.
Really?
Okay. I'm carrying concealed. Okay. And I've never experienced that before. I've practiced. Well, if you practice live fire, you've probably never even practiced it.
Right.
But say you have practiced it. You're on a nice range or a private range or something. You can practice drawing your pistol from concealed. But you've never started with somebody pointing a gun at you. Right. That's never been your starting place. You will always start from your starting place of what's happening. And your mind goes, wait a minute, what's going on? Somebody's pointing a gun at me. Your mind goes into loop mode going, okay, Chris, let's take care of this because somebody's pointing a gun at me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? That's literally what happened. That deer in the headlights thing we hear about, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. A deer's never seen headlights.
That's right. Not that close.
Okay? You've never, well, in this case, I've never had somebody point a gun at me.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
Right.
It's not in there. But if I have practiced with even this, just getting this out.
Right.
Okay, so this is in. I've practiced it. I've said, okay, neighbor Matt, point this at me.
Okay.
Okay. Neighbor Matt points that at me. And you don't even have to really get that into it at first. As you do more,
right,
you do want to start adding emotion and making it real. But at first, just go, okay, somebody's pointing a gun at me. What do I do? Okay, I do this. And that's it. I got the gun out. It's in my hand. That's step one. And it may sound silly, but believe me, the way your brain works, the way you learn things is, this is my trigger. Okay, you have a trigger and you have a response. Okay, what is the response? Train that response. When somebody points a gun at me, whoop, I got a gun in my hand. Maybe that's just the first thing. And then move on to, okay, now pull that gun on me and response, and now I can. So now I've just added another step. This is called chunking, okay? Man, I'm giving away the gold. I'm giving away the whole thing. So chunking is breaking things down into little steps. Practice it until it's perfect, and then put all the steps together, okay? Points a gun at me, bam.
All right, before I lost all the questions on here, one of them asked, they wanted to know about what your tattoo on your left arm was. By the way, where did you get that tattoo on your arm?
Oh, he knows my favorite question.
No, that's not your favorite question.
Why am I so awesome?
That's your favorite question. That one. Say, you didn't get that at the local tattoo store, did you? Where did you get that?
Oh, well, thank you for asking.
Yeah.
So this tattoo I got in Tel Aviv.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. I like telling that story. Thank you for asking. So we were in Tel Aviv training, and three of us went and got tattoos. So it's cool because it's the guy drew it. like he drew it out. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think? You know?
Yeah.
And we were like working, and he's talking about it. So I thought it was awesome. It's essentially tribal, and you might even be able to see it on here. But there is a scar I got.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right through there. I was mountain biking, and I was going down this super steep hill.
It's called the cliff.
And if you don't know, I used to do adventure racing, like semi-professional. But I was going down this hill, and I went into a tree, literally into a tree. The funniest thing was, so this, I got this huge branch that like gouged that out.
Uh-huh.
But the funny thing is, I got it like across my face.
Ugh.
And it caught my helmet, and I was in the air hanging by my helmet.
Oh my God.
On my bike. I'm like, oh. And the guys it was not a race. This was just, it was a practice ride, but they were down at the bottom of the hill waiting for me. So I come down there, and if you've ever had a cut on your face, you know that it's always looks like you're about to die.
Yeah.
Because I had this, it's like this was
so much.
bad. This was worse, but this was like across there. My whole face was bloody, and this or whatever. But so I ride down. I'm like, oh, bears. And they're like, ah. But the cool thing is, I actually have it on video.
Oh, no kidding.
I had a helmet camera on. Yeah. Anyways, Tel Aviv. See how far I can get off the topic? So I'll finish it off. I got this in Tel Aviv. I have a shark on my back, which I got after boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois.
Okay.
I got a shark, because I'm like, oh, I'm in the Navy. I need a shark.
Of course.
Yeah. What else? Not so proud about that one. But this one, Tel Aviv. Very cool. It's Israel. Yeah. For those of you not so worldly. Yeah. But anyways, he didn't go all the way around.
Uh-huh.
And that's just because I didn't want it. Like, I was like, oh, this is cool. Mm-hmm. And so many people have asked me, oh, you didn't get it there because it hurts. Like, it hurts more there. No. So bad, I've wanted to get no right here. Oh, you did that because it hurts?
No. I'll show you.
There's got to be a way to find the other questions. We're getting ready to get off of here anyways.
There was one about shooting with a.
What did you do?
I don't know. You know me, just like you talking, I just start mashing buttons.
How did you even get to download? Why is that page even there?
I don't know.
Neighbor Matt?
Can you hit the back button? What does that do? Oh, wait. History.
No, that's that one. Oh. Hey, if anybody knows how to work Google Hangout, oh, that's
not it.
That's our web page. If we can share that, I think you can do. Can you do a web screen share?
You're asking me now after my.
Hold on, guys. Oh yeah, you can. Watch this. Oh. All right, we're gonna finish up with this. I don't know if it's gonna work, so let's just say goodbye for now. All right. I'm off the reservation. I might even be able to show them the video.
Oh, please do. That video is so cool.
All right. Your entire screen? No. Let's do an application window. That one. Boom. Oh, what's up, people? You're seeing this now. Okay, so this is the new members area. Hopefully, that's what you're seeing. So I've moved stuff around. So right here on your dashboard, whatever you looked at last is going to be right here.
Oh, that's so good.
So if you're going through one of the courses, or you're watching a video and you're like, oh, I gotta go walk the dog, and then you log back in, it's going to be like, oh,
right,
do you want to continue this?
Awesome.
So the latest Hangout is going to be here, so you can watch that easily right there. Oh wait, I need to. Boop. Hold on, people. I'm good. There we go. All right. So down below that, so here's all your resources. And if you have access to these courses, it'll say you have access. If you don't, it's going to say closed here, or it's not. I don't know what it's going to say. I want to get these so they're like grayed out, so you're not thinking, oh, I can look at these, because I know that can be annoying. Like, oh, let me go look at this, and then you click on it. It's going to take you to whatever you need to do to sign up for that.
Right.
So just be aware of that. If you don't have access, it's going to be like, hey, sign up for that.
It's going to help you get to the place to get access.
Yeah. So, so a lot, and I was talking earlier about the videos that people are like, oh, where's all your videos?
Right.
Okay. So a lot of them are going to be in here. Like this, How to Shoot Like a Navy SEAL's got all the videos from that book. Okay. This is the new course. It looks like in 2 weeks that's going to be up and running. This has got videos in it, the mini course for members. And then up here, the video, this is like the library. It's not like, I was going to say video library, but it's just a library of different training that's, added throughout. I got to change some of those pictures.
You really like that picture, don't you? It's
Yeah,
a good picture.
I didn't do it. So the team room, this is the members only forum where, you can get in here and ask questions of other members. We've got coaches in here to help you out, so that's cool. This took a little longer than I would have liked to get going, but it's all up and running now. What else do we have? So the Hangouts, once you're a member, you can register. This one's obviously free, but there's a special area for my VIPs. There's a store. I highly encourage everybody watching this, all 3 of you, come check out the store. So you asked about coaching. So 1 day of coaching, you can sign up here. I do video coaching online here. Buy targets, books, buy that little keychain wine opener thing. Help neighbor Matt open a bottle of wine without getting a cork inside it.
That's why
I'll just throw this out here because I've done it before. I've sold one of these, this coffee mug. I thought they were a good idea, not so much, but please buy them. Hey, if you're a member, you get a discount. All right, that's good enough for that. There we go, we're back. Hey. All right, now I'm gonna try the ultimate and see if I can play this video. I think I gotta tee it up or something. You guys are gonna be so psyched if this works. Okay, good. Oh, I tried this I did this with the members before. Remember?
I think so, yeah.
Members before member?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably not going to.
I think it was, well, it
was kind of choppy.
Yeah. We're streaming at it now.
But,
that was before we.
Oh, that was before the new internet, too. So I went from like 20 megabytes per second to now I'm over 300. So let's see. Let's cross our fingers, everybody, because this is gonna be the crescendo.
That's right.
See, Matt wants me to hit play, but he doesn't know I need to share that screen with you guys.
Yeah. I think I've shown the people what I know about this multiple times.
Matt's actually the guy that's been setting up my website.
No. Sorry. It's me. Yeah.
Oh.
It could all be rolled into one package,
All right, I think everybody's looking at a white screen right now, hopefully. Let me see. Let me check the live feed. Yep. That's what you're looking at. Here we go. Stand by.
This is
Fire Team 6. I'm retired Navy SEAL Chief Chris Sajnog. After numerous deployments, I was hand-selected to write the curriculum for the U.S. Navy SEAL Sniper Course and train some of the world's most elite warriors. Each Fire Team 6 mission deploys a unit of actual Navy SEALs in combat scenarios to demonstrate battlefield techniques that can be applied at home or on the hunt. I'll break each one down and teach critical skills necessary for personal and home defense. Fire Team 6, going on mission to train better shooters.
They are the specialists, the tough guys. U.S. Navy SEALs.
Joining us from San Diego, Chief Petty Officer Chris Sajnog.
Joining me now is retired Navy SEAL sniper, Chris Sajnog.
Multiple deployments, SEAL sniper instructor, best-selling author, highest rated on Amazon, peer-reviewed and recommended, sought-out expert, and cover model.
Navy SEALs are often deployed all over the globe, but there's one thing we're always doing: training to constantly hone our skills. Fire Team 6 was created to teach shooters to be more effective and confident without spending tons of cash on ammunition or time at the range. On this mission, my team deploys overseas to extract a high-value target, and we'll cover the importance of a solid shooting platform, how to control your carbine, and developing a strong pistol grip for greater accuracy. Let's take a look at what we got ourselves into.
We're going to capture kill mission. Marko Popovich. He's selling IEDs and components to the Middle East.
Looks like we got some gear prep to do and then get on a bird. Getting ready for any operation involves more than just loading magazines. Our team room has a simulator to break down the shots and techniques that we employ. Let's see how an accurate shooting platform is actually built.
All right, you ready? Pull up. Come on. No, too late. First thing is, you're going to want to go offhand so you can utilize this piece of cover. Bring this knee up and connect your elbow to that knee.
Trying to achieve the most stability you possibly can for your follow-up shot.
All right, you ready?
With boots on the ground in Bosnia, it's time to let the sniper team do their thing.
Garrett is in position. All right, Chief, I'm set. All right, brother, you're cleared up.
But when you need to shoot on the move or shoot multiple targets, your shooting platform becomes critical. So I'm going to cover three things. Okay, I'm going to talk about lowering your center of gravity. I'm going to talk about rolling your feet, and then I'm going to cover the importance of walking a straight line. If you're just lowering your center of gravity by bending those knees, that's what's going to give you that tank track effect and just allow you to move smoothly.
Watch the doors. Open door.
During our mission, my gun jammed, and I had to transition to my pistol to continue to deliver exceptional customer service. Let's put our next trainee in the simulator and see how he handles the situation. All right, my friend, you think you can take that shot? Yes, sir. Leaning forward. Just let your finger pull it straight back to the rear. Roll it again. There it is. That's it. This is how you win gunfights.
Don't go! Look at your head! Down!
Move it.
Package secure. Get an SUV heading down the side access road. Hey, can you make sure these guys don't follow us? More horse. We are at our extraction point. Busy ride. Rolling up now. Well, boys, another easy day. Our Team 6 is a proud supporter of the Navy SEAL Foundation, honoring our warriors, supporting their families.
I love it.
It worked. Something worked. Yay. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. Wait a minute. Yep. Okay. There's supposed to be like a red light about something. So he's gonna fix that. Okay. He's great at fixing things, not so good at like working computer stuff.
What's this called again?
So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I know I said I put out it was going to be half an hour, but I always try to over-deliver. Matt's wife is probably like,
I wear a name tag because she forgets who I am now because I'm so late all the time.
She's awesome though. She's the hostess with the mostest.
It really is.
Yep. As is my wife, by the way. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
My wife's great too. Hey, since I was looking at the time, by the way, MTM Special Ops watches. That's what this portion, the closing credits, are brought to you by MTM.
by now.
Seriously, they're awesome.
That's a nice watch.
It is a nice watch. I still don't know how to figure out how it works. This is called,
so many things it can do.
it's called the silencer, but it has, like, look at the face of it.
Uh-huh.
There's a full digital watch right there.
What?
You can't see it.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Reflection.
Turn it up.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, I know you can see that. But they're, oh my god. Anyways, it's awesome. I got to figure it out. I have to hook them up. They hooked me up with this watch right before the website debacle.
That's right.
And I had some family drama before that. But
add it onto the pile.
Boom, boom, boom. And then we go to log on with a live free Hangout and it doesn't work. But we got it going. And we showed the video. We showed the website. We drank some wine. Why are you hiding it from me? All right, guys. We're going to do one more camera switch just because we can. I'm so excited about the new site. Matt is trying to steal all my wine.
I'm trying to get.
Hey, remember, anytime you train, all my live firearms are locked up. Okay?
Safety first.
Safety first. Make sure you do that too. Make sure you check out the website, chrissajnog.com. Maybe check it out next week. Yeah, maybe next week or something.
Monday.
For the members, if you had some problems logging in, here's what I want to finish with this. No matter what, and Matt's going to back me up on this, no matter what, I will take care of you. Okay? Whatever it takes. So everything I sell, everything I say comes with my personal, I give it a catchy title, steal from a seal, money back guarantee. And what that means is if I sell you something, if I sell you training and a membership, you're going to get at least what you expect out of that. If not, I will give you your money back. All of it, okay? It's that easy. There's no exception. You don't need to argue with me and, well, Chris, I wanted this, but you know, if you want to tell me, Chris, it was this, it was that, that is great because I will take that and make it better. But it's not a hassle, okay? So just keep that in mind. So and if you had a couple days you couldn't log in, shoot me an email. There's that little orange help button on the corner of the website. Hit that thing and say, hey, Chris, I love you. You're awesome. always start off with that, and then say, but listen, I paid $19.97 for a month of training.
That's right.
I couldn't access your site for however many days. Just tell me. I couldn't access your site for 5 days because of your stupid system. Okay? Tell me, hey, can you refund that money? Sure, no problem. Okay? You can email me and say, hey, Chris, I'm a member. I paid $19.97. I couldn't get access for 5 days. That emotionally traumatized me. Can you refund my whole month? What do you think I'm going to say?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
You take care of your people. Everybody understands.
I know a lot of people. I know the internet. I know it's hard to think. And I had one person tell me that I was like, what did he say? I think I told you about it. Somebody sent me, if you send me an email and tell me that I'm like trying to cheat you or bait and switch you or something, it hurts my feelings.
It really does.
But I get like 1,000 positive emails, and I'll get one,
and he only talks about the one.
And I'm like, oh man,
Why?
Neighbor Matt, this guy hurt my feelings.
Go ahead, Chris. Tell me all about it.
I wrote somebody back today,
Mhm.
and I told them off. Well, I didn't really tell them off, but I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I traumatized you so much
Right.
because you couldn't log in to your free account that I gave you."
No.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like, so, anyways, hey, by the way, if you want to call and or email and complain, that is fine.
No.
You don't have to yell at me.
He's
Like,
trying to fix it.
use bad language and stuff like that.
Not necessary.
Have you ever heard me swear?
No. I've seen you hurt yourself, and I would have cussed, and you
Even
don't cuss.
like off air though. Even
Oh,
off air.
no.
Like I don't curse, and
You
I
don't
I
talk
say
about
this to,
politics. You don't watch the news, and you don't cuss.
yeah I say that. Oh, we're at like a 90 minutes. Sorry. Everything I do on video,
Mhm.
everything I write, I fully expect and want both of my young boys
To be able to watch.
to be able to watch it or be able to read it. Okay. So I expect that out of myself. So use big boy language,
That's right.
you know, like intelligent language, because I'm trying to fix it.
Right.
But when you like tell me off,
It's like
I'm like,
Jerry Maguire. Help me. Help you.
yeah, like
Really.
So if by the way, if you like write out, like if you curse at me, I just delete it.
Yeah.
And also on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Like I need to figure out a way to post that, because I'll go in and just if you use bad language, I just
Right.
delete it. It's there's no need for it.
We don't need to see it. Nobody else needs to see it.
Yeah, like come up with fancy words like shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I love. By the way, I love shenanigans. Okay, so bonus points for anybody who says, "Chris, I'm a member of your site, and I've noticed a lot of shenanigans going
That's
on
right.
lately.
No,
I haven't been able to log in." Okay, I will fix the shenanigans.
Can you describe these shenanigans?
All right. Okay, we're well over the 30 minutes allotted. I feel I've done enough. I've done justice.
Yes.
We've drank. We've almost finished the wine.
Almost. Yeah.
We haven't killed anybody yet.
Yet.
This is definitely better than our past hangouts. We
Yes.
haven't hooked up the Wirecast yet.
It's
Got
only
it
going to
working.
get better.
It's going to get better. So here's what I want you to do right now. Think about my sponsors, who they're too long to list, but Voodoo Tactical,
MTM.
MTM, EVIC,
Blue gun.
Blue Guns, Ring Blue Guns, Cert Pistols, Triple Z.
T-shirt.
They're not a sponsor.
Oh, forget that, man.
Yeah. I was hoping when I placed the order for this shirt that they would be like, "Oh, he's somebody.
He's somebody.
He's somebody who's paying me for a shirt." That's what they said. Hey, but those dudes have awesome videos. They're yeah. So besides subscribing to the #1 channel on YouTube, which is mine, you've got to, and most of you I'm sure have seen them. What is their thing? I forget what their YouTube name is, but they do all these funny videos about like what it's like to be an American, and he's always got super funny videos.
Okay.
I'm sure people know, and they're probably talking about it right
But
now.
we can't see it. 'Cause I
But
messed it
neighbor
up.
Matt lost the chat role, so anyways,
So easy to blame me.
yeah, definitely subscribe to them because they are some funny videos. But who else? Triple Z Custom Holsters. They do all my kydex, custom kydex for me.
Did you do the Airsoft?
I did
Okay.
EVIC, who I used to call Evike
That's right.
until they became my sponsor,
Do both of them.
and I
They're both good.
had a couple meetings with them. But yeah, so like this is custom made by Triple Z. They're awesome. My man Marty hooks me up. I'm forgetting just tons of people.
There's too many of the list. You have a lot of people that
Yeah.
want to get on the bandwagon.
But anyways, I'm sure you've watched this long enough. I haven't eaten dinner yet. You? No. All right, we're gonna go eat dinner. I'm gonna go hug my kids, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Like I said, we are going to do another one sometime within a week. Wait, do we still have to do that since I showed the video?
Why not? Let's just do it anyway.
Ooh. All right, neighbor Matt called it out. So sometime within the next week, we're doing a free video, live hangout for the whole world. Whole world. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to control this so Matt doesn't explode anything. Here we go. That's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you next time.